On this week's episode of BJ in the Morning, we're talking about Stanley Kubrick's last film. Let's go. Welcome back to BJ in the Morning, your favorite Dirty Name podcast, where we put our nostalgia to the test with rewatches, first-time watches, and testing what holds up. My name's Brendan.
And I'm Juan. We're talking about Eyes Wide Shut,
We
baby.
are talking about Eyes Wide Shut. I have my lists and all the goodies pulled up, ready to go.
With eyes wide shut. I like to cheat on my wife.
Well, he doesn't cheat on her. She wants.
I almost cheated on my wife.
There you go. That worked.
I almost got HIV.
I think you changed the song
I can
halfway
keep
through
going.
to a different song.
It's still a banger, though. That could still be a banger.
Much like this movie was a
If we knew how to produce music, which we could probably figure it out, we could make that song.
There's AI for everything.
Take this clip of my voice and do it.
And make a Eyes Wide Shut song to the melody of With Arms Wide Open. Under. Okay, anyways. So we're talking about Eyes Wide Shut today.
Eyes Wide Shut.
A movie we had never seen before.
Yeah.
From 1999.
I mean, I will admit, if we're making confessions today, I've seen bits of it.
Oh?
I saw bits of it in the past, and I was like, ooh.
It was like on cable, and like 85% of it was cut out.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on in this party is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I think there's a lot of this movie that's just kind of been in other media.
Yeah.
It's referenced often in a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think it's weird that we committed to it here on in 2026.
Is it?
Yeah, just because of
things going on.
How topical it is.
Mm.
And all the conspiracies around this movie, which we might touch on here or there.
Yeah.
So buckle up.
Buttercup.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Because this movie is a wild ride.
Yeah.
To say the least. Still shocking that it supposedly takes place in one night.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely thought there was a cut in there somewhere.
I mean, he doesn't even go to the party till like 2 a.m. I guess all the other stuff happens the next day, though.
It's like, but it's one night, and then the next day after that night,
yeah,
it's, I don't know. The pacing is nonstop in your face. It just goes for a little bit, with like 2 long periods throughout where it just slows way down.
Yeah.
But it's like really integral. But why don't we talk about the movie?
Sure.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
Came out in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
2 hour, 39-minute runtime.
Pretty long
for especially 99.
That's like 4 weeks in a row that we watched a movie that's 2.5 hours or longer.
Except for,
or The Mummy, I guess, was 2 even.
But even after we bitched and moaned about wanting a 90-minute long movies, and we haven't picked a single 90-minute movie in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue is movies for a very long time were 90 minutes. So we might have gotten used to that. So when we're like in a time crunch and we're like, oh, we're just going to watch this movie really quick,
real fast.
I have about 2 hours to watch this movie. It should be plenty of time. And it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
And then you gotta be cooking dinner while finishing the movie on your phone.
Leaning up against one of the jars that holds like sugar or something.
Gotta do some dishes while you prop up your phone so you can finish this movie.
And then it always falls when your hands are dirty or wet from like doing a dish or
like,
something.
Oh, shit.
And with your
shit. Ugh.
How did I get marinara all over this? Not even cooking spaghetti today.
Yeah.
So the tagline for this movie: a Manhattan doctor embarks on a bizarre night-long odyssey after his wife's admission of unfulfilled longing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of sums up the movie, I guess, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I have a
that-
comment about him being a doctor, but I'll wait. I
Mhm.
feel like there's a better place for me to say it.
Okay, for sure. On IMDb, it's got 7.5 out of 10.
Damn.
The Metascore is a 69.
Excuse me?
69 Metascore. Nice.
Ironic?
Very.
I think not.
Top cast, you have Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, Todd Field, Sidney Pollack, Leslie Lowe, Peter Benson, Michael Dovin, Stuart Thorndike, Randall Paul, Julianne Davis. The list goes on.
I mean, all
and
we
on.
really care about is Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, right?
Technically, I guess.
And the guy from CSI.
Which guy?
The boyfriend of the girl who tried to make out with Tom Cruise.
The boyfriend?
Let me see a picture. I don't know his name.
Juana's just
He
scrolling
was-
through pictures.
that guy.
That guy, Carl?
Oh shit, I liked it. Carl Thomas?
Thomas Gibson.
Oh shoot.
He plays Carl. Oh yeah, he is from
CSI.
Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds. That's
Criminal
the one.
Minds. Jeez, get it right, my guy.
I watched all like 15 seasons of that.
I've never seen it. So
Really?
yeah, no.
Great show.
That's why when you said CSI, I was like, who? Because I've seen CSI. Directed by Stanley Kubrick.
Legend.
Written by Stanley Kubrick.
Legend.
Frederick Raphael. And inspired by a novel by Arthur Schnitzler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Stanley Kubrick, like one of the largest, most well-known auteurs. He always wanted to write, direct, edit his movies. He didn't really like other people touching his stuff. So he's very well known for being very
Hands-on.
very hands-on, difficult to work with in some aspects, because he was a perfectionist. So let's see what people said about this movie. You ready for some reviews?
Are we on IMDb first?
We are on IMDb because that's where we start.
All right.
Because we like to start out with the classy, snooty tooty reviews,
Sure.
and then we get into the unhinged bullshit that is Letterboxd.
Every time we say that though, it's the opposite.
You think so?
Lately, the last couple movies, it's been the opposite.
9 out of 10. This is a review from 1999, the day after this movie came out. Eyes Wide Shut is ill-suited for the summer movie corridor. It has no explosions, no running, no shouting, not even a single gunshot. What it has are long scenes in which characters talk to one another, slowly and carefully. The problem is that this film is marketed as having white-hot sex scenes and plenty of gratuitous nudity, while it has neither. I think there's a lot of nudity in this.
I don't
and a
even
lot-
know what that means.
What? Gratuitous nudity?
No, just that whole sentence.
There's plenty of naked flesh, don't get me wrong, but in the exact opposite way that the ads make it appear. This is not a movie about being sexy or being naked. It's a movie about how flesh is just another part of being human. So what is all the fuss about? The marketing campaign is misleading and led to disappointment in the audience when I saw the movie disappointment in the audience that I saw the movie with, who were just looking for some skin.
And peens and weens,
Peens
which
and
weren't in the movie.
No, not very much, but there's a lot of nudity in this movie. 9 out of 10. Also, this is from the day the movie came out in 1999. Remarkable finale to a long and glorious career. The thing a lot of folks haven't liked about Stanley Kubrick's films is the fact that he always seemed to think the audience needed some points driven home a little harder than others. Very little is left for debate, and most everything is spelled out, pressed hard, and dwelled upon. His critics have compared the long waits between his films to long periods of waiting that occur while watching his films. Personally, I like the long, slow scenes in his films. When they're filled with something, music, movement, thought, memory of a previous scene, dread, or any other emotion, they can never really be said to be empty. I like them because with Kubrick, I can be sure that they're absolutely essential to his ultimate vision. He could have put on a 6-hour documentary on tissue manufacturing. At least I'll know that not 1 minute of screen time is wasted.
Do you agree with that comment? I mean, I don't think he really drove it home in this movie, though.
No, I mean, his movies do have a lot of long, slow, meticulous shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the slow zooms that are in some of his older movies, and he dwells in the shot to make it feel lived in, you know, like you feel like you're part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I just feel like a lot of this movies in particular was left up to the perception of how you viewed the movie.
Yeah, and that's what this comment's saying.
I thought they were saying there's
very little is left for debate. Right? Like, because you're supposed to live with it. You're supposed to breathe. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong.
I'm interpreting it as...
Oh, yeah, most everything is spelled out,
pressed
hard, and dwelled upon.
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah, I mean, this movie doesn't... We're going to spoil it no matter what, but this movie's from 1999. But, like, I feel like the ending doesn't answer anything.
No.
Like, nothing... When we get to the ending, we can discuss it more, but I feel like a lot of this movie is did that actually happen?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe some people don't...
I mean, you have, like...
Don't understand it? Or...
Your conspiracies and stuff, and people, like when you read into it further, there are ideas you can develop on this movie, on what's going on exactly, but things aren't explained, and the only explanation we get, we don't even know if it's true, which I feel like was the point, was for us to not believe the explanation at the end.
Yeah.
From the friend playing pool.
Yeah. There's no explanations in this movie. Nothing's really spoon-fed. It's all how you think.
Yeah, so like maybe Kubrick movies are spoon-fed to you most of the way, but this movie definitely was not. Unless
we missed something.
They took out a lot of shit.
Which conspiracy theory, get your tinfoil hats out.
I forgot mine.
I was going to ask you if you had any
foil. We're not in my house or anything.
I was going to ask you if you had foil before we started recording. And
I got tons of foil, dude.
Well, if
don't you have the Meat Master?
Okay, let's do one more from IMDb, okay? I don't want to touch on this one. Yeah, I think we'll avoid that one. You guys can put that together if you want. But this one's from August 19th, 2020. What did Kubrick want us to open our eyes to? 10 out of 10. Eyes Wide Shut is a movie like Casablanca or The Wizard of Oz, which is subtly referenced in the film, in that the more times you view it, the more you get out of it. I imagine at some point you would wring out all the meaning, but that would take scores of viewings. One infamous scene is so over the top it is easy to miss all the subtle references in the film, which necessitates multiple viewings. Fair warning, the more times you watch it, the more you go down the rabbit hole Kubrick digs. A reference to Alice in Wonderland also evoked in Eyes Wide Shut. I'm not going to read this whole thing because it gets into all the conspiracy theories, which like I said, we might get into. We'll see if it comes up as we go along. But let's head on over. Let's change the pace a little bit and get into to our Letterboxd reviews. We're not sponsored by Arizona Tea, as much as we tried in the past.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. That video still up. If you want to head on over to YouTube, you can find it at BJ in the Morning Podcast over on YouTube. And just look up the Arizona Iced Tea hard video. Still one of my favorites.
Would like to say I've been sick for like 2 weeks and my voice is like
in and out,
hanging on by a thread,
much like Tom Cruise in this movie.
What?
Okay, so this movie has a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Mm-hmm.
I
Good.
did review
That's
this,
good. That's good.
this film. I don't know if I wrote anything about it, but I also will save that for the end instead of spoiling. So let's read some reviews. 4.5 stars. This isn't even a thriller. Rich people just be like that. 5 stars. I don't know about you guys, but I could see Tom Cruise attending something like this in real life. 4 stars. This is exactly what I think Scientology is. 5 stars. A film about a guy who fucks around and finds out.
True.
Yeah. 4.5 stars. His dick led him to places I wouldn't even go with a gun. This one just liked. Tom Cruise flashing his medical license around like it's a cop's badge is the most unhinged thing in the movie.
Dude, that was a comment I was gonna make earlier.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Someone made it.
Dude. What the frick?
But he's seriously like, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I'm a doctor. I'm his doctor. Let me in.
I'm her doctor.
I'm her doctor. Let me see her dead body.
3.5 stars. 1999, A Sex Odyssey. Like 2001, A Space Odyssey.
I get it.
And then 5 stars. Kubrick ending the last movie of his career with the word fuck is the reason why he's one of the greatest directors of all time. And that's the Letterboxd reviews. So this is the time where we start breaking down the plot of this movie. There's a lot to talk about, so we should just jump in.
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to start at the beginning because that's the best place to start. But the movie opens on Dr. Bill Harford, played by Tom Cruise, and his wife Alice, played by Nicole Kidman,
who are married at this time in real life.
Yeah. I wasn't sure.
I'm 95% sure.
But they're a wealthy Manhattan couple who seem to have it all until they talk to each other, and then it all falls apart. So we open this movie and they're getting ready separately together in the same room. They got a kid, which Tom Cruise looks way too young to have a kid this old already.
Yeah.
Especially like he's just, I don't know, Tom Cruise got a baby face in the 90s. Like
for sure.
He's also 5 foot tall, so he looks like a child, you know? Don't come after me, Tom Cruise. You would kill me. But like it was shocking. I thought it was gonna be a baby.
Yeah.
But it's like a
like
first
a
grader.
7-year-old. Yeah.
But so they're getting ready to go to this lavish Christmas party thrown by one of Bill's super rich, popular, famous, for some reason, patient, because he is a doctor.
Yeah. Traveling doctor. Makes house calls. Yeah.
But also has an office.
Yeah.
And uses his doctor's license as a badge to get into secure locations like hospitals
and morgues
and getting information from a waitress at a diner
and getting a costume at 2 a.m. and waking the person up.
I'm a doctor, let me in.
Hey, GG.
He stole that from Doctor Who.
What?
Just flashing his papers around and hoping that people will just let him into places.
Maybe.
It's not the psychic paper, but that's what it is in Doctor Who, right?
Yeah, it's like the psychic paper.
The psychic paper. That's what he thinks he has.
Yeah.
He's actually just going crazy because Scientology. So they're at this party. It's bumping. It's crazy. It's like a Gatsby-esque party. There's tons of lights, tons of people. I do want to point out the staircase with the Christmas lights going up, the like twirling staircase.
Beautiful.
Insane. I don't ever want to be that rich, but damn it, I want to be that rich.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I want a twirling staircase with a shit ton of lights behind it.
I'm sure there's a lot of responsibility to being that rich.
No, they're rich. They pass it on to everyone else.
Yeah, I guess.
But this movie definitely shows that there's not a lot of consequences to being that rich.
Yeah, and they even bring up that like Nicole Kidman's character asks, how do we even get invited to a party like this? And he's like, so what happens when you make house calls?
Yeah.
So he's definitely traveling around the city, seeing rich patients who don't want to leave their house and go to the doctor's office.
I don't want to go to the doctor's, but I'm poor, so there's a difference.
Right.
America is different now.
And I don't want to go to the doctor because my doctor makes me feel like a FPOS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. But they're at this party. Victor Ziegler, and it's thrown by Victor Ziegler, his patient. And there's temptation everywhere. There's drinking. There's drugs. There's supermodels. There's
extremely rich, horny men.
Rich Hungarian horny men. So Bill gets pulled aside by two models. That's where the DEF CON goes up to like 1. You know, you're like, this is a problem. We need to calm down. We need to settle down.
We don't really. I mean, it's pretty quick in the movie, but in the first scene, we don't have a realization that they're having issues, but then
right, because they haven't talked
you
yet.
see them kind of split off at this party for who knows how long. Seems like a long time.
Yeah.
And they're both doing things they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, because Bill's with the models, and then Alice gets pulled by a Hungarian, like, I don't know what he does. It just is very heavily, like, mentioned that he was Hungarian, like a lot. And he's trying to like smooth talk her, and you can tell by looking at him, he owns a silk robe that is like pristine.
Yeah,
you know. But Bill's getting talked to by these models, and they make it super clear that what they want is him alone somewhere, which is weird that they chose him. There's a lot of people already here.
Yeah.
He's not the richest guy in this room.
No.
And he's 5 foot tall.
He's also probably the youngest person there, though, other than them.
It's probably got something to do with it, but I think with all that money being thrown around, it's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. So
it seems to me, conspiracy theory number 1, setup.
It's a setup.
It's a setup, especially with the Hungarian dude. So during this party, though, he's talking to these models, and then he gets called up for an emergency in the bathroom upstairs. Because his patient, what was his name? Victor Ziegler. He is in a bathroom with a lady, a young lady, younger than him, who is
an escort.
Maybe. She's escorting his pee and her V. So he's rich. So he's fooling around. They are doing drugs. She has an overdose. Bill's called upstairs to help, or at the very least, help him hide it.
Right.
But Bill goes, "I'm a doctor. I got this." He flashes his badge real fast. To the guard at the door. Those guards come back later in the movie. I don't know if you noticed it. We'll talk about it because it's the end of the movie. And then
oh, I noticed.
You noticed? Yeah, okay. Conspiracies. Tinfoil hats.
If you're listening, we're looking strangely at the camera.
Go get some tinfoil right now. So he saves her, puts his doctor moves on, saves her, finds out that she's overdosed on, what did they call it?
I thought it was heroin.
Something like that. I don't know. They were.
What did they call it?
They were messing around with everything, right? So he saves her, finds out her name, all that kind of stuff. Tells his patient like she should go get checked out. He talks to her and goes, "You should get looked at. You should get your drug problem handled," and she agrees.
Also, this doctor is shirtless.
No, not the doctor, the patient.
He wasn't shirtless?
The patient?
But he wasn't?
He was. But you said doctor.
Oh, yeah.
The patient.
The patient was shirtless.
They were
buckling up his belt while the doctor's walking in. And then this girl is overdosed in a couch in this giant bathroom.
They have a cuck chair in the bathroom.
With everything out.
Yeah.
Everything.
Lots of nudity.
What's going on here?
We all know. Stop winking. It's weird when it's the bad shit. You can wink when it's the funny shit.
I've been practicing my winks.
Don't practice during this particular episode. Remind me later to add a like ding every time you wink, so the audience knows when they're listening that that's what's going on.
Yeah.
So they leave the party. We have no idea what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
It was dark when they left their apartment. It was dark at the party. It is dark when they get home from the party.
Mm-hmm.
And they decide, let's smoke some weed.
And they're drunk. But we didn't get into Nicole Kidman's part of this thing, though.
Where she was fooling around with the Hungarian.
She was wanting
to
get with this guy.
Yeah.
But then she was like, I'm married. No, my husband's here.
Mm-hmm.
And she makes the right call. Which
they almost kissed.
And he almost convinced her. He was like, well, he doesn't know.
What he doesn't know. But yeah, back at their apartment, they get home, and they're smoking some weed.
And back in '99, that's
a big no.
Yeah.
And they make it. I love that you can tell it's the '90s because of how like look at us.
She goes to the bathroom. She looks around.
Mm-hmm. She gets it out of like a little box.
Pulls it out of
it's in the Band-Aid.
Yeah,
the Band-Aid box.
container. She's like, I'm in my own house, but who's watching me?
Oh my gosh. They're both in their undies, just chilling. And they decide to mix the weed with honesty, which is a
whoopsie.
Whoops. They're already drunk, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
We don't know if they partied at the party. You know?
Right.
But I'm gonna guess. But during this scene, Alice drops the bomb that one time. Well, before we get to that, there's a lot of talk about how Bill doesn't think that women think about sex the way that men do.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not worried about her being like a cheater or like having infidelities against him or anything like that, because women don't think about sex the way that men do.
She gets almost offended that he trusts her.
Yeah, because she thinks about it just as much as he does. It maybe even more than he does, or at least what we're told. Mm-hmm. Because she goes into detail of this story about once when they were on vacation, she saw a naval officer in the courtyard of the hotel, and she thought in that moment she would give up him, Bill, their daughter, Helena, everything that they built together for one night with that guy.
Which is crazy.
That's for one night with one random stranger?
That you saw? You didn't even talk to them?
Nope.
You just saw them?
Yeah, but she debated. She was going to leave. She was going to go out there. And how does Bill react to this?
He's chill.
He seems pretty chill.
He seems chill,
but also you can kind of see his soul leave his body. Mm-hmm. But he's kind of just accepts it.
Up until this point, we have to assume that he has not been unfaithful.
Right. We have to assume that.
Rather, like, yeah, sure, he was flirting with some models right now.
Oh, Bill. You're talking about Bill.
Bill, yeah.
Yeah, okay. He doesn't seem the type at this point of the story.
Yeah.
Until that moment with that bomb drop. Mm-hmm. Because you can kind of just see the look on his face like, oh, my marriage is ruined because my wife thinks about other dudes.
A lot.
Mm-hmm. Because nothing ruins a marriage more than smoking weed and a guy in a sailor outfit.
Right.
That's a worst combo.
Right.
You better stay away. No smoking doobies with Donald Duck, okay? Did you just make the Donald Duck noise? It wasn't that good, Juan. Was it just that it was unexpected?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get into the next part where Bill starts spiraling. So
right.
he gets a call right after this bomb's dropped. It is still the same night.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a call that one of his patients that he's been spending a lot of time with
passed away. Yep.
Right. So he goes out to go meet this patient, and he's walking around, and there's a lot of like really long, slow shots of him walking through the city from this point on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to bring it up every single time.
Right.
But I do like that they have these shots where it looks like there's like the green screen going on in the background.
Yeah.
Like how they used to shoot cars driving.
Mm-hmm.
With the screen in the background. There's a couple of those that really stand out, but I'm like, it didn't take me out.
But it also is like really ominous and just like eerie to see him walking through New York City.
Which wasn't actually in New York City.
Yeah, it was probably Universal.
No, it wasn't in America.
Oh,
Stanley
really?
Kubrick didn't shoot in America
Really?
because he felt safer in the UK.
Oh, right. I knew that.
Yeah. Conspiracies.
So either way, it's very ominous. It's very eerie, and it's like, okay, what's gonna happen right now?
So what happens is he gets to the patient's house. Bill comforts the daughter of the patient, and then she confesses her love to him.
Yeah, which was weird
and terrible timing.
Horrible timing, and her fiance is on the way.
Yeah,
he could walk in at any moment, and then first of all, I felt a little off about this scene because I'm like, who is this lady? Who is this lady? And she loves him and fucking kisses him, and he's like,
no thanks.
Hold it right there.
But he doesn't stop it because she's got a fiance or anything. He doesn't stop it because he's married. He stops it because they don't know each other.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he stops that one.
And how is she in love with him so much?
I think it's just the
infatuation from seeing him
being
time
around.
and time and time again.
It's like when the never mind, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
I want to know now.
It's like when you have a job and you work with someone that you wouldn't necessarily think is like your type or attractive or anything. You work with them so much that you just kind of become flirty with each other. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, stop winking. It's bad timing, dude. What's that called though? It's like when you're near someone so much, it just like happens. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure. Yeah.
Like how they say it's really impossible to work in restaurants when you're like a teenager or young, like mid-20s because everyone's fucking. Even the people you're like, how's that dude getting with that chick? And you're like, because they are here all the time. They both do overtime together.
Right. I get it.
Yeah. He was there.
Yeah.
That's why she's feeling this way. So he leaves though. We're gonna speed up a little bit here.
Let's do it.
And he runs into a prostitute on the street because he doesn't go home yet.
And she's the girl from Hocus Pocus.
I was gonna say that, dude. I was like, wait a second.
Am I gonna see her tits right now?
No.
I got so excited. The girl from Hocus Pocus, dude.
Yeah, no, like I get it.
I was like, she's a hooker. They're going to her apartment.
It doesn't matter if she lights the black flame candle or not.
Are we going to see them or not?
No.
And we didn't.
No, but so her name's Domino. She invites him in. They are like on the verge of getting it on. And his wife, Alice, calls. Because he got a cell phone in the 90s. He's a doctor. He's rich.
He's a doctor. He's rich. Yeah.
And he's like, no, sorry. We're still waiting for more people to come back for the patient that died. And she just is like, cool. She's still awake, by the way.
Yeah.
What time is it? What fucking time is it?
Even after the conversation they just had.
Yeah.
She's
high, probably drunk, and pissed off her husband.
And smoking a cig.
And now she's smoking a cig in the kitchen with a TV on.
Yeah.
And doing like a crossword or some shit. Like,
and she's like,
I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake.
I'm going to go to bed, so.
And it's not even just because he gets home later at like 5 a.m.
At the beginning of the movie, they said, we don't know when we'll be back, but no later than 1.
So I'm assuming it was 1.
1 midnight 1-ish.
Yeah. Maybe earlier because he was like, I just saved this chick's life and now we should probably go home.
Yeah, the timing in this movie is a little off.
Because it could have been hours, it could have been minutes.
I mean, maybe they left maybe they left the party early and it's like 10 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either
and that's
way,
why they decided to smoke weed.
Right.
Because they didn't party.
They didn't get to party.
Anyways, so he leaves, Domino. They don't kiss, they don't touch, they don't do anything.
Yeah,
really,
she's like, do you have to go? And he's like, yeah, I think so.
But nice guy Bill pays her.
Pays her anyways.
And leaves. And she's touched. Not by him. But by the
by the gesture.
Yeah. So every situation though is like teasing infidelity.
Right.
But Bill never fully commits, right? So he just kind of hovers around the bad decisions. like when you put a penny in the thing back in the 90s and it just keeps going and going and going, and then you snatch it out because you're like, nah,
No, I don't want to lose it.
I'm gonna save it. But that's like his hobby, is making almost bad decisions. So like the themes here are like jealousy versus action. Since Alice imagined something, Bill's now considering everything because she imagined it. Gonna say what she imagined and what she confessed to, pretty bad.
Yeah.
But he's made already worse decisions than she did.
I mean, so like as he's dwelling on her being with that guy, he's thinking about him. He's thinking about the sailor sleeping with his wife, and like having those images in his head of his wife.
Yeah.
And the sailor.
What?
The sailor.
Yeah.
Doing it.
But Bill keeps going after almost cheating several times. He keeps going down. He's not ready to go home yet because he's obviously spiraling. And he remembers that he ran into his old friend Nick Nightingale earlier in the day at the party.
Yep.
And found out that he's playing at this club. It's
like
jazz
a piano bar.
Yeah,
jazz bar.
So he goes and orders a beer 30 seconds before they stop playing for the night.
Yeah.
So then Nick and him hang out. They start chatting, and Nick starts telling him about these super secret parties that he gets to play where he's blindfolded and doesn't know what's going on. But one time, they didn't tie the blindfold on very well. Seems fake. Yeah. So he could see everything that was going on.
It was like all these beautiful women.
Women you've never seen doing things you've never done. But Bill, being super emotionally stable,
and Bill's like,
decides to pry out more information. And he learns that he needs to be dressed in a suit, a tux,
a cloak,
with a cloak, with a hood,
and
a mask to cover his face. And he needs a password. What was the password?
Fidelio.
What does that mean?
Fidelity.
Which is the opposite of what he's fucking doing in this movie. Infidelity. So in his super emotionally stable state, he decides to go to this party. So he gets to a costume shop,
flashes his badge again.
I'm a doctor. I need a costume. And the guy's like, oh yeah, you need a costume. This guy, also a creep.
Yeah, he finds his daughter in the room sleeping with two clients of his, I guess. And he's like mad, gonna call the cops. And then he finishes the transaction with Bill. And he's like, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it later.
Yeah, so then Bill takes a taxi to this house in the middle of nowhere. Just want to point out, he does in fact pay for his taxi. He gives him money. Every time he gives the taxi driver money. That doesn't happen in a lot of movies. That's a cliche breaker right there.
Ooh.
Cliche breaker, Tom Cruise, Stanley Kubrick, they pay for their taxis in this movie. Good on you, Stanley Kubrick.
Good on you.
So he gets to this massive mansion. He gives the password. He gets inside. Everyone's masked. And there's like a ritual going on where everyone's in these cloaks and they're all standing in this big circle. And there's these naked women in the circle surrounding like a priest-like feature.
While they're like chanting and like doing this ritual style.
Yeah, and then they send the women off with the random people, and that's when the orgy starts. Everyone's got masks on.
Right.
And like most of them have nothing else on except the mask.
Right.
But during this point, it's clear that Bill doesn't belong. Everyone's they're clocking him immediately.
Yeah, which is strange because you're masked and cloaked.
But I think there's the one guy at the top who like makes eye contact with him. I think that's his patient.
I saw another conspiracy theory that, or not necessarily a conspiracy theory, but a theory that everyone had like handmade artistic style masks that would cost thousands of dollars to
his
have.
Was a costume.
And his was clearly a costume mask, which is how he could have been clocked in the first place.
True.
They also tell him how he was clocked as soon as he got there.
Yeah.
Which was
he came in a taxi.
He showed up in a taxi.
And the receipt for his shit was in
the shit was in his pocket.
Yeah.
In his jacket pocket.
Yep.
Dummy
head. Are you dumb or stupid?
I'm an idiot sandwich.
So yeah, it's clear he doesn't belong, and he's basically a tourist who's wandering into like the wrong rooms at this point. And he's walking through all these rooms, seeing all this intergratuitous sex scene here. Stop.
Sorry.
But it's clear at this point this man really said, my wife had a dirty fantasy.
My wife.
And he responded to this fantasy by joining an Illuminati after party.
Right.
Because
he didn't join.
He joined the party.
He joined the party.
The Illuminati after party.
Yeah. Okay.
So Bill gets exposed during this because he didn't listen to the one naked lady that walked up to him and said, you don't belong, you should leave. He decided, nah, fuck that, I'm not leaving.
He's like, I don't want to leave.
Let me see your face. And she's like, no.
Oh, yeah. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
By the way. He's like grabbing her mask. She's like, stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now.
So he gets brought back into the chambers where the ritual was going on.
Everyone's waiting for him. Almost like they weren't just banging in like 40 different
They
rooms.
brought just the people that weren't banging. They were like, oh, you're waiting? Come
on.
Oh, are you next?
Look,
okay,
we'll
you can
save
stay.
your spot in line.
You can stay. You're next. When you're done here, get in this room.
Yeah.
So they tell him to take his mask off, and everyone's like, oh, Tom Cruise.
Oh my God, Tom Cruise.
Oh my God. I've loved you in Risky Business. This is a different kind of risky business. So they tell him that he's going to get punished for breaking into this party until that one masked lady, naked lady,
the one who tried to help him,
standing up top on the like second or third floor.
Says, I object.
She's offering to redeem him by offering herself as like a sacrifice. And he's kicked out with one warning: don't ask questions. Then he goes home.
And also don't talk about what you saw here.
Don't ask questions. Don't bring it up. None of this happened. So he goes home. He gets home, crawls into bed. But that's when Alice wakes up and starts telling him about this dream she was having, that he was in a position that everyone was making fun of him and all this stuff. And then she was just banging a bunch of dudes in masks all around him. And you're like, was she at this fucking party, dude?
I know. You would think that like she was home the whole time though. And she definitely wasn't at the party. It has to be a coincidence to lean into the guilt factor of what Bill just went through, I think. But a little too coincidental.
Yeah. But then he wakes up the next day.
Right.
And he's trying to get it out of his head. He's got to return his costume though. But he decides he wants to check on his good friend Nick Nightingale, who was the guy from the piano bar. He's missing.
Gone.
No one knows where he is.
Gone like the wind.
Alan Cummings, who plays the receptionist at the hotel.
I was so taken aback by that. I was
he's so young, but he is also trying to fuck Tom Cruise in that scene.
Definitely.
Like he is in it.
He's hitting on him hard.
And then since he got denied, he became Floop.
Right.
So.
Right.
That's the path you take.
The classic villain story right there.
The arc is get turned down by Tom Cruise. Don't join Scientology. Become Floop.
Become Floop.
Can you do the F thing? That I can't do it. Floop's Fooglies, dude. So then he finds out that Domino's missing as well. He goes back to Domino's house.
Yeah.
She's missing. And her roommate and Tom Cruise are about to hook up.
Yeah, she's like, "Ooh, yeah, you are hot."
But she stops it because Domino had a health scare. She got a positive test back for HIV.
So it's clearly Domino didn't tell her roommate exactly what happened because she thinks
that
he slept with Domino.
Yeah, which is why they don't sleep together. So again, almost cheating on your wife, Tom Cruise.
He was ready.
He was more ready than what Domino.
He was about ready to pull it out.
Yeah. And then he starts asking questions, not with her, with someone, just in general, to himself, I guess, about the masked woman from the night before. And he ends up back at the mansion, and some guys come rolling down the driveway and just hand him a note that says, "Quit it. Knock it off."
I took a screenshot of that note, actually.
Please tell us.
Give up your inquiries, which are completely useless, and consider these words a second warning. We hope for your own good that this will be sufficient.
It's not. He's still asking questions. So now he's getting followed because it's been an entire day of doing all this.
Right.
He returns the costume.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that owns the costume shop and his daughter
is now pimping out his daughter.
He's pimping out his daughter now. Yeah, they work something out, is what he said. But he also finds out that the mask is not in his bag. It's missing.
Mm-hmm.
Bump, bump, bump.
He's like, all right, put it on my tab.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
Just put it on my tab.
So he's walking back around the city, get more ominous shots of the city, and he's being followed.
Mm-hmm.
And he ducks into this diner, and he's reading the newspaper, and that's when he finds out that a young beauty queen died from an overdose. And who is it?
Amanda.
Mandy.
Oh, we never said her name at the beginning.
No, it's okay.
The girl from the beginning.
The girl at the beginning who had the overdose.
With her boobies out.
Yeah.
Mandy.
She died.
Yeah.
And then he goes to see her at the morgue. We're going to speed through this because it's like important for a sentence.
Yeah.
And the flashing of the badge.
He flashes his badge at the morgue.
So yeah, he goes to the hospital, flashes his badge, goes down to the morgue, sees her body, and starts putting together that she might have been the masked woman from the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
So what does he do? He goes to see Victor, his patient from earlier in the movie. And basically Victor goes, I know you were at that fucking party yesterday. I was there too. Nice. We didn't plan that.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Knuckles. Stop. He's winking again. If I didn't put the sound effects in, I have to go through and find every time that you winked now.
That would be amazing.
It's gonna suck. We have to release this in 2 days.
It'll be amazing though. Either way.
So anyways, Ziegler's basically like, I know you were there. I know you were asking questions. Your friend Nick, he's fine.
Yeah, consider this your third warning.
He says, just forget everything. Everything that happened to you was staged. It was all fake. It was just to scare you because you weren't supposed to be there. You don't belong. You're not rich enough or tall enough. And you just got to get over it, man. Your friend Nick's back home in Seattle.
Yeah, go home and keep on keeping on.
And then he goes home. He's kind of freaked out because his friend Victor, didn't sound too happy about it.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, it's all good, pal.
Yeah.
Just forget about it. He was like, forget about it.
But he's like doing everything to like say that it was all fake and don't worry about it. But then he also has that demeanor that he is not being truthful. And he's also being very vague about Mandy when he asks about Mandy again.
She had a drug problem, dude. So now the tension in the scene is basically like, was the danger real or was it just a really elaborate rich person like scare tactic? Because nothing says don't worry about it like a billionaire explaining a secret cult.
Don't worry about it.
That you like he is describing this cult to you while playing pool in his room, So Bill goes home. He goes straight to his room. And what does he see on the pillow?
The mask.
The mask. And Alice sleeping next to you. And
Which means somebody
put it there.
Was in his house.
Was it Alice?
I don't know.
But he grabs the mask. Alice turns over and he starts bawling. He's like, I'll tell you everything. So they tell he tells everything. And instead of exploding, she just listens. And then laughs/cries in a way that makes you think like they're not okay. Like the two of them together are not okay.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, they decide to take their daughter Christmas shopping like nothing happened. And then Alice delivers the most intense final line of a movie. And it's like, there's one thing that we need to do as soon as possible. And he says, what is it? And she says,
Fuck.
And then it cuts to black. But during this scene,
Mm-hmm.
we brought it up. There's two guys in trench coats. When Helena runs off to go look at toys and they're having this exchange about fucking, those two guys come together and like separate her completely from Bill.
Yeah,
and Alice.
so like Helena runs in between the parents, looks at them, they give her a little wave, which looks clearly to me like a wave goodbye, but almost like for a loss of words type of goodbye. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this type of thing. But it's not explained what's going on here. But the little girl walks away with those two guys who were the security guards
at the party at the beginning.
So what the fuck is that?
We will never know because we never got a Kubrick cut.
There is no explanation to this part. It's all hearsay. It's all
maybe they just had
conspiracy.
They just used the same extras. I don't know.
But the little girl walks away with these two men whom they don't know.
Wink.
And as far as we know, they never saw her again.
Yeah. And what's this movie about? It's about what people do. Like, it's not about what people do, I should say. It's about what they think, what they fear, and what they keep inside. Because after all the psychological warfare of this entire movie, the moral of the story might be that communication is good as long as you're not oversharing your deep, dark fantasies.
Right.
I do have some quick hits like I did for the last one, little things.
Sure.
So do you think like there's a difference between fantasy and reality that are kind of pushed onto Alice and Bill, where Alice is fantasy and Bill is reality? Do you think there's like a divide between them where they are portraying these two themes of the movie? Is sexual jealousy used as psychological horror in this movie? Because his problem is that he's obviously jealous of a fantasy she's having. And then, does this movie play like an anxiety dream? Or do you think everything in this movie happened the way that we saw it happen?
I think it happened. I think it was more like well, if she's going to think about other man, I'm going to do what I want.
I'm going to do whatever I want.
Yeah. But he can't do it. Or something happens and he physically can't do it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I mean, I thought this movie was pretty good. I just wish that they dived deeper into like the cult aspect or like what did happen in that final scene. Sure, it's fucked up. You know, like the conspiracies about what happened. But I think that it would have made things a little more interesting to get explanation. Is he being recruited to this cult now that he knows what's going on in there? Is that why he gave up his daughter? Was he actually in danger? Because this whole movie, you feel like he is, and then the patient, Victor, is like, no, it's all fake. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. Shut up. You're good.
And so it's like, what? Like, I just wanted more explanation on that. But I get it. This movie's more about the infidelity message with his wife and them faking it.
Yeah,
you know?
and that rich people are scary.
Yeah.
Which is, again, we're not really touching on the conspiracies. If you want us to talk about the conspiracies of this movie, we can do a bonus episode. Let us know in the comments. Maybe we will.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things about this movie that like are weird and kind of creepy, and like it all stems back to, did Kubrick make this movie to expose something? Did he die as a result of that, or just because he had a heart attack in his sleep 4 days before the movie released? Right? Or was it 4 days after they showed the cut to everyone? They showed the final cut to Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise, Stanley Kubrick's family, basically, and then all the execs.
Right.
And then 4 days later, he died.
Yeah.
But the day before, he called Nicole Kidman and was like, "Hey, there's some shit."
Yeah.
And then he died the next day. So there's a lot of things about it. So was he exposing something? Was he trying to say something? Was there a message? I don't know. People also say that he faked the moon landing. You know what I mean? And that there's secret words and codes and phrases and like imagery throughout all his movies that say that he did fake the moon landing.
There's a lot of conspiracy behind Kubrick himself.
Yeah, but we didn't have the technology to fake the moon landing. We had the technology to go to the moon. Why haven't we been back to the moon? Money. There's no capitalist reason for us to go back to the moon. That's why. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I don't know. This movie, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say,
but I wasn't like bored watching it. You know, like
no, I'm ready to give my review and my rating right now, right here, right now.
I'll do it too.
Yeah, at the same time.
You know
let's
what?
go.
I'll do it too.
Same time.
I wonder if we did it at the same time, what we would get, because sometimes I feel like we sway each other one way or the other.
So why don't we say what our out of 10 score is
5
at the same time?
3, 2, 1,
7.5. Yeah, I give it an 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now we can give our thoughts and reviews, and maybe we sway each other, and we can prove it in real time. And maybe we do this that way from now on. We don't know.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what I wrote for this review. Okay. So on Letterboxd, I gave it 4 stars out of 5. 8.5 seems pretty reasonable. A film with the only thing thicker than the atmospheric fog are the men's eyebrows. Everyone's eyebrows in this movie are so fucking bushy. It was hard to not see. 4-inch shoe lifts, and girls can be horny too, getting them steps in. And Scientology initiation rituals. So yes, I tried to make it funny on Letterboxd, but this is what I'm going to say. The movie's beautiful. It's really nice to look at. The pacing is pretty great. It slows down when it needs to slow down. It picks up when it needs to pick up. There are a lot of questions I have after watching this movie, but putting that aside, I think it was a really great movie. Really diving into it and talking about it. And even thinking about it ever since I said 8.5 right now, I might drop it to an 8. Just because the more that I think about the amount of times that we had a little side quest that had nothing to do with the eyes wide shut aspect of the movie, like the rituals and the masks and everything.
The eyes were just wide.
Yeah. But like, I didn't want the whole costume shop scene. Like, it's creepy, it's gross, it's weird. I don't like it. Was it a good comedic moment at first? Yes, but then when you realize that girl's 16, not funny anymore.
Yeah. And also the fact where when he goes back and he's like, we made a deal, we worked things out, and now he's pimping out his daughter.
No thanks.
It would have made more sense, like, if we found out that the shop owner was a part of this same cult that's running the whole city, but it doesn't seem like he is.
But then also the scenes, the second scene with the Domino's roommate, unnecessary. Like, completely. I get that he's trying to trace the steps and everything to make that point work.
The only thing that makes it necessary is the fact that we find out that she has HIV and he almost contracted.
No, I get that, and it adds to the terror inside his head. But the last thing I want to say, and then we'll let you go, is
you're gonna let me go?
Like, tell your
I'm gonna let you go.
What do you mean? Don't wink right now. Don't wink right now. Watching this movie in 2026 probably hits a little less than it did in 1999. It was probably really shocking when it came out. I've only heard that it was really shocking. I've heard that it opened a lot of people's eyes, made people ask a lot of questions. But with the amount of shit going on in our world today, this cultist party thing that was going on doesn't shock anybody anymore.
We've been desensitized.
We're so desensitized to it. So that being said, I'm dropping mine to an 8 and I'm going to leave it there.
Okay.
Because my initial thoughts, 8.5, really great movie. Some things though, after going through the whole thing, just don't hit. They probably would hit a lot harder in the 90s, early 2000s.
Sure.
I am happy that I did not watch this movie until now.
Right.
Because I'm desensitized. Thanks, world.
Thanks, world.
I thought you were going to wink right then.
So I really did like this movie a lot as well. But like I said before, I wish they dived deeper into the actual plot of this movie rather than tiptoeing around this sex cult elite thing and then having like the initial story of the movie is don't cheat on your spouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like
don't even think about it.
There are things that have been changed for this movie, in this movie. Things that we don't really know what was originally in that movie. And I've just found out too recently that things have been changed for this movie to be played in the US.
Yeah.
To avoid that NC-17 rating. So I don't know if that's just with the sex or if that's other things too that would have made it too graphic for people at that time in the 90s. My rating is a 7.5. I'm going to stay there. I also wish Nicole Kidman had a better role in this movie. Because her role right now is to send him on this journey to be unfaithful. And then at the end, almost seems like she's a part of it.
Yeah, no, I see that. And I thought that too, which is why I'm sticking with an 8.
Yeah.
Is because she seems in on it somehow. But also, is that his anxiety or is it real life?
Yeah, right.
So it's confusing. But yeah.
Good movie overall. I also just want to leave some room for future movies. You know what I mean?
Well, we're not making like a slot list. You know,
right,
we're not,
I get it.
There's tons of movies.
I know, but you still have to like average it. You know, like I use other movies to place a movie that I'm not sure what to rate it. You know what I mean?
I get that.
For sure.
And maybe in a month or so, we go back and revisit our list and adjust some things here or there and see where we're sitting. Yeah. But you know what we got to do now?
Spin the wheel.
We got to spin the wheel.
Let's spin that wheel, baby.
Where are we landing? Where are you thinking?
1994.
Almost 98. 2003.
2003.
What movies came out in 2003? What movies came out in 2003, Juan?
I'm not even sure. I think maybe The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King came out.
Return of the King came out. Yep, that's number 1 on the list on IMDb.
Is it really?
Yeah. I'm gonna say right now,
we love Lord of the Rings. By the way, if you're new to the show,
if you're new, but maybe we shouldn't do Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, because we haven't done the other two.
Right.
Pirates of the Caribbean, The Black Pearl, Curse of the Black Pearl.
Solid.
I haven't seen that one in a minute. Kill Bill Volume 1.
Ooh.
Seen it. Mystic River. Have no idea. I've never seen it.
Nope.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Have I seen it?
Maybe. I feel like a lot of those types of movies
you watch with your mom or sister.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know. Finding Nemo.
Oh, definitely seen it.
Definitely seen it. Love Actually. Never seen it.
Never seen it.
I have no intention on watching it, so I really hope we find something else. Holes. Great movie.
Dig it up, boom.
Dig it.
Dig it up, boom.
School of Rock.
Ooh, classic.
But the legend of the rent was way past due. The Italian Job.
Classic as well.
The Last Samurai.
Classic as well.
I think I saw that movie a lot as a kid.
I'm pretty sure I know I did actually. We had it on DVD.
Old School.
classic. I feel like that's how we developed a lot of our humor.
It would be funny if we didn't see School of Rock or Old School, so we could pick 2 school movies.
Right.
But we've seen both of them.
Like stay on a theme.
Yeah, stay on a theme.
Yeah.
Big Fish. Have you seen that?
No.
Tim Burton, Ewan McGregor.
I have not.
Man, we got to start doing like a I've seen it, you haven't, or you've seen it, I haven't kind of thing.
Put it down in the comments if you want us to do a little side special series.
We've seen a lot of these fucking movies in 2003. Matrix Reloaded.
Yes.
Daredevil.
Yes.
Underworld.
Yes.
Hulk.
Yes.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yes.
X2, X-Men United.
Yes.
Bruce Almighty.
Yes.
Terminator 3, Rise of the Machine.
Yes.
Scary Movie 3.
Yes.
Secondhand Lions.
No.
Freaky Friday.
Yes.
Seabiscuit.
Yes.
Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Yes.
Final Destination 2.
Yes.
Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yes.
Anger Management.
Yes.
So we've seen a lot of these movies. I did skip over one that I know I haven't seen, so I want to see if you've seen it. Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World.
No.
I have not seen it either.
Okay, what's it about?
Napoleonic Wars. British captain pushes his ship and crew to their limits in pursuit of a formidable French war vessel around South America. Looks like pirates. Russell Crowe's in it.
Pirate theme?
I mean...
Pirate theme?
Should we do pirates? So...
Put it down in the comments if you want us to do pirate themes.
That sounds fun. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah, tune in next week. That's what we're going to fucking watch. Mainly because it's easy to get. I think I have it on DVD.
I have it probably everywhere.
It's on Disney Plus. It's on Netflix. It's everywhere, dude. It's Pirates of the Caribbean. Right. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a while.
I think I rewatched all of them last year.
Yeah. I think I watched the second one because I don't know why I would have skipped the first one.
I don't know why you would either.
Maybe because I was getting confused with the second one and the third ones. There's 5 of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen the 5th one.
The 5th one is...
What's his face isn't in it? Orlando Bloom? That's
I
not
think
his name.
so.
Is that
Orlando Bloom?
He's not in this one. In the 5th one.
I don't think so. That's his son.
Stupid. Okay. So yeah, we're going to watch Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl next week on the podcast.
Yeah.
So tune in wherever you listen to podcasts, whether it be Apple or Spotify. Shout out, we were on the homepage of Apple because we have video on Apple Podcasts now, which is really exciting. We sure do,
which is really cool, by the way.
If you're on Apple Podcasts,
it's a really cool feature.
It's seamless whether you watch the video or don't watch the video, which is really cool. So if you missed out, you could have seen any of the winks that Juan did in the entire episode. Don't. Fuck. You could have done it. You could have seen any of the winks when you were on the stop. Did you do it? Shit.
I did.
I'm making my job a lot harder. And then if you are feeling up to it, you can go over to YouTube at
BJ in the Morning Podcast,
where you can watch all the videos. We have the video there too. We're doing a little bit more clips, a little more reels. We have cool little short form content coming your way.
Mm-hmm.
And then over on Instagram, you can find us at
BJ in the Morning _.
Because some random account has BJ in the Morning Podcast
with 0 posts, 0 followers,
0 follows.
What a waste.
So we're gonna fight.
We should message Instagram and say,
"Give me that.
Give us this domain."
And then you can find us. We are posting on TikTok again. I don't really love TikTok, but
hey,
we're there.
Yeah,
at BJ in the Morning Podcast or _. I don't remember.
I think you said you changed it.
Maybe.
BJ in the Morning Podcast.
But thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of BJ in the Morning. We'll be back next week for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
Let me take that back. Let me do it one more time.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll be back next week with Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl for 2003. For a nostalgia check coming at you from BJ in the Morning. That didn't sound good.
I'm Juan.
Made sense. I'm Brendan.
And we'll talk to you next time.
You fucking winked again, man.